Game number 1, Masters Clash, everybody. And we have a Shire coming up now. Our first map in the best of 3 series. So this is the final day. I unfortunately missed the first day of the Masters Clash qualifier. Again, there's 4 Masters Clash qualifiers in total. This is the 4th and therefore the last. And normally the qualifiers have 2 days. One day where they do a bit of a group stage and the second day where the bracket is being played out. But, I mean, I can't help myself. The Frenchies, they changed their qualifier rules from one qualifier to the next. So we already had swaps in the group stage from best of 2s to best of 1s in the third one. And now we have, instead of only the top 4 teams playing out a bracket, in this last qualifier, it is the top 8 teams that play the bracket. So we're currently in the quarterfinal of the event, and we have Team Ash going up against Granit Gaming. And in total, that means that we're having, I think, 3... best of 3s and 1 best of 5 in the grand final to determine the final team that directly qualifies for the main event. And yeah, well, obviously there's a grand final for the main event in Paris as well, 12,000 euros in prize pool in total, so a pretty attractive tournament for the European scene. Rexa already banned, King of Dragonshire is not gonna see any play today here. And we got a Tyrael also banned out against Muck and his boys. Wit subbing in today for them, by the way. Yep, and Hogger. They're actually banning the side laners hard, so that's going to be a side laner first pick for Granit Gaming. At least I would be very surprised if they would ban out multiple side laners and then didn't decide to pick theirs first. That would be a bit weird. So Lucio is banned. Easy rotations between the lanes speeds that up by quite a bit. You usually want to shut that down, want to make sure that you're not as vulnerable to ganks. But considering how long they're waiting here, I mean, we still have a couple of good side laners up and they decide against it. They had a chance to go for Blaze, they had a chance to go for Urel. They decided that they would go for Junkrat first and foremost. Now, to be fair, Blaze still is kind of the top dog, but if you're playing on Dragonshire, you can go for Dehaka. Urel is also pretty good, so them not directly committing to a side lane, that doesn't necessarily hurt them here. I mean, even if Team Ash is now picking their original choice away from them, they still have a couple of really good alternatives, as I just mentioned. And there's Blaze getting locked in, and so is Rhaegar. Alright, but again, they still have a chance to come in and take either Dehaka or Urel. At least I would assume that it's going to be one of the two. There's obviously a few more side layers they can also have in theory, but I don't think they're going to commit to any of them. I doubt that we're going to see Leo at the top lane on this map now, given the options that are still available. But time will tell. Here comes the Nubarak and there's Dehaka. So Dehaka is in, and well, with the Nubarak they also can traverse terrain a little bit, dive onto one of those shrines. And of course they have the stuns as well, which is always kind of neat. But okay. Now, with the next bans coming out, there is still no support on the side of the blue team. So, chance to maybe ban Smexy out, but nope. They are banning a Zeratul. Okay. Yeah, Zeratul eliminated for the time being. I didn't really have Zeratul on my bingo card for this game. Bit surprised. If they want to ban out Maka, I would have maybe expected them. I mean, like, I don't know. But okay, either way, we'll see. For the time, we got the ban on Diablo. Yeah, so Diablo gets eliminated. That's of course the front line already gone, or at least a bit of that, but we still have plenty of tanks around. Could go into a Jojo if they really wanted to here. Garrosh is still up for grabs. So yeah, it's not going to be a problem for them. But well, with that now said and done, I'm a bit curious what Morina's going to take. Sylvanas, by the way, has not been taken yet. We get Muradin and we get Lunara. Still no Sylvanas pick. It's actually wild. I thought for sure that she would be committed to a lot earlier than this. But no. Marker could, I mean, I was thinking earlier a bit about potentially them going for a mage here too. Doubted a bit, but yeah. Final double pick. So, let's see. We get Stukov and we get Maiev. There's our triple front line, a lot of tethers. That's actually insane. Not only can a Nubarak dive and Stukov gets the lurking arm through, but on top of that, you now also have Maiev who can literally tether them into it. So even better. That's real dangerous. And Junkrat for the displacement, for a bit of burst damage. So yeah, quite strong. Whereas we are looking at Farlander for the last pick. And Team Ash is playing Falstad. So they got a global 2 now. And that leads straight into map number 1 of the best of 3 series at the final Masters Clash qualifier. Game on! We got Renella on Rhaegar for Team Ash. Nenopi on Lunara, Morenas on Muradin, the Russian team with Maitri playing Blaze and Farlander on Falstad. And over to the right side of the map, it is the Swedes with Smexy on Stukov. Azerite playing Junkrat. We got Make on Maiev, Wit playing Nubarak, and Backhold on Dehaka. Okay, so that sets us up for the first game here. And, well, let's see how they're going to play this one out. I mean, this is honestly the best game by far out of the round of 8, in my opinion, because both of these teams have the ambition to win the tournament right away here. To my knowledge, for Team Ash, this is also the first participation, so they need to go pretty deep if they want to have a chance to make it into the main event, since they need to at least accumulate a couple of points, if not win this tournament outright, so there's that. And going up against Granit Gaming in the round of 8 is definitely not an easy one for them. So yeah, it's probably the toughest opponents that they could have gotten here. And for Granit Gaming, they weren't quite able to make it last time, but even if they lose out here, they wouldn't directly qualify for the event. But I think they might just be in a position where they can still lock in a potential place here later on. Again, time will tell. For now, we are just having a couple of skirmishes in the middle of the map already. First objective announced soon, TM. And yeah, Smexy with the money pig, me likey. A lot of piggies around now. Yeah, but Make with Maiev and with the rest of the team, they go for the Siege Giants right away. So far we have a camp cleared by at the top left, the Bruiser camp, by the blue team. So Team Ash is now also trying to get a couple of mercenaries onto the map. And Dehaka, he can get the early grab on the altar, and Junker is doing the same thing down at the bottom of the map. So at least for a short period, it seems we're going to have a double connect for Team Granit Gaming that they could utilize here. But yep, not quite there yet. Alright. So, with that said and done though, we got, yeah, Falstad using his global straight at the top. And instead it's Muradin that's trying to grab this. Now, the blue team has taken their own Bruiser camp, but the same thing happened with Granit Gaming, so they're getting some counter pressure at the top lane. And Junkrat at the bottom of the map is still in control of those two Siege Giants that he can shield from Nenopi, and therefore do solid damage at that wall. So that's pretty good for them. And a really nice spot here if they can keep those Siege Giants alive a little bit longer and then play around with them. But eventually they were taken out, or will be, but the wall has halfway fallen already, so this is a bit of a win here for Team Granit Gaming right off the bat. Renella rotated down, same is also true for Morena, so the two of them really just trying to fight back here. Up at the top, nothing really has happened to the wall, so this Bruiser camp timing was really good for the red team too. And they were trying to now go for a kill on Maitri, and that might still happen despite his jet propulsion attempts. Gets tethered, maybe a bit of body blocked. Yeah, there's the dragon, there's the kill. First kill in the game. Granit Gaming taking it. First blood right here. And let's go. What else? What can they do here with a wall? Can they take the entire thing down? Maybe even snowball it further towards the fort? It seems like they can. So that's a lot of structural early game damage that has been dealt here. And Smexy pausing the game. Do they have another disconnect? We had a problem in the last tournament. But no, maybe a couple of communication issues. That happens actually a bit more often lately. That teams are having problems with their microphones or maybe their connection, Discord and whatnot. But at least in this case, it's a pretty good position for the red team. Now, they haven't really taken any forts down, so it's not like they have a crazy lead here. You can also see in the experience distribution that they are a little bit ahead on minions. They are a little bit ahead in heroes thanks to the 1 kill too. But there's nothing really that forces the issue yet. Now, they're going to hit the early level 7, but it's not going to be a big window where they can force something. The more important part is that with them taking structures down, they're prepping for the mid game already. They take these walls apart, and that will allow them later on to do more work here. It's going to be for a long time probably a ring around the rosy play around the dragon. I don't really think that any team will be able to lock that in quickly. With each team running a global, you always have options to play around the opponent, and that's what I would at least expect here. Yeah. They're trying to make a bit of a play, but Morenas is getting out, gets stunned. 1 stun, 2 stun. Can they get more? They're trying. It's Smexy that finds himself in trouble, and that's a hit. Smexy down. Wit is now also getting attacked, and I guess that is a double kill for Team Ash. Yeah. Can they save Mitrai though? That's the other question. Yeah, backhold. Oh, he might even be in trouble. No, he's still fine. Yeah, and Fawcett is now all of a sudden flying to the middle. Guess we're going to get a Dragon Knight after all. Nobody here to interrupt. The channel at the bottom is happening. The Haka is now starting to move over. I guess they can interrupt after all. Maybe not. Nope, they can't. It's too late already. Well done. And kudos. Team Ash starting things off with the DK at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And now having a real chance to, if not take a fort down, then at least destroy a couple of walls. Down to the bottom of the map. We're already seeing them take aim for this one. Okay. Pew! The NFL tryouts. Fawcett always wanted to be a kicker. But yeah, they're going to come in and try and take all of the walls down. Oh no, not the walls. No, please no. That's sad. Bottom of the map. Well, careful. Tether into a mine. I mean, the direction was meant to be a little bit different, but if that works well, if they coordinate this perfectly, then all of a sudden they're getting out of nowhere Bambi kill. So the blue team is taking over in in experience. And the DK with the Dragon's Breath can still work at the top. There's a level 10 now. And well, with that, they have Thornwood Vines. We also get the Gust, as per usual. And heroic abilities for Granit Gaming in just a second now as well. Siege Giants down, 1-2, boom. Here we go. Yeah, now it's time to party. Now we have the full potential unleashed for both of the teams here. With the big shove coming in from Stukov. Didn't go for the slap. Which I honestly find is a little bit sad. Always gotta go in with that one. Slap people around a bit. But just ask Will Smith, he's gonna tell you all about it. But now we have still a push with the Bruiser camp on the bot lane. So they took that small window, grabbed the Bruiser camp, and now with 2 camps at the bot side and 4 of their heroes potentially pushing with it. The idea was to get some damage on the fort, but Team Ash rotated down right away, had everybody in play, and therefore they could easily defend against it. So, yep, there's that. All the way up at the top. We got Berghult, he's currently easily defending the fort, but I still have to admit that this is quite a lot of solid damage that was done here. So yeah, well done. I mean, that fort at the top is by now the fort that has taken the most damage. I mean, easily. So that first Dragon Knight did work for them. Taking the wall down, also doing work on the fort itself, that was definitely worth it. So yeah. Nicely done. But then again, we have even experience, more or less. And this game can still, within a second, flip either way. But I like that they are, at least for now, playing on eye level. I was a little bit worried heading into this that one of the team members would be able to, you know, completely murder the other. We had a few of those. But actually, the red team is now getting a bit more aggressive. Ah, I like it. Nanopi double checking with the Thornwood Vines. Well done, my friend. Yeah, and now they, of course, have the shot at the fort. They rotated down with the entire 5-man, but it's going to be a trade because at the top we're seeing the same thing. So it was a good thought process by Granit Gaming. They were trying to blindside Bambi and take Lunara down, but that didn't happen. And the rotation at least allowed them to collapse onto the fort and drop it, But the blue team didn't even try to defend. They realized very quickly that they would be too late. And instead they just focused all their efforts on the top right fort and went for an exchange. So yeah, that was pretty well done. That was a good job there. But yeah, we got level 13 talents in. Gonna hit for both teams in a moment. For now, we also got the tidal waves. Okay, the gust. They're going for Azurite. And Junkrat is getting damage, but not enough. And here comes the Reptile. Yeah, straight for Muradin, but he doesn't care. Even gets the Ancestral already at the Avatar Town too. Bunker, big shove, and they still go for Muradin. Muradin is getting so much attention here. It's really popular with the ladies in red. Yeah, must be his new perfume or whatever. So yeah, Muradin, he's going for it. Axel lässt grüßen. Okay. Another one. Apparently the attention is shifting. Maitrai is in the hot seat now. So they're just going for the two frontliners, trying to take them apart. But after a lot of damage and a lot of pew 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 from both sides, we still have both teams completely alive. And we have now another chance for Dragonite. Because Falstad has decided it would fly down and take a quick hit at that shrine. So now if they can just get a kill here, or maybe lock that in, that would already be it. Blaze then again is low. Topside shrine has now been retaken by the Haka. And with Wit taking Blaze down, they might even have a chance to go for Falstad as the Cocoon has hit. Big shove, and Farlander, even with a heal, can't make it. Nice. Job well done. Yeah, good job. Okay, so now we got 2 kills to 3. And we have a Dragonite finally also for Granit Gaming. The Cockroach becomes a mighty Dragonite now with a battle axe. Hear me roar. Yeah. That breath is so toxic. That man needs a toothbrush and a lot of toothpaste. Okay. Reptile. Yeah, I was trying to take the minion wave out too, but that didn't quite work out. But they can still take it apart with the Dragonite. So they are getting this fort. That's the second fort that they're destroying here. Nicely done. Yeah, Granit Gaming is slowly starting to pull ahead a little bit. Not only in kills and experience, but also in structures. They still have the Dragonite for another 38 seconds. So that's a chance to move towards the top. Take a few of these minion waves out. Nice bait, by the way. Muradin with the Dwarf launch just hopping out. Yeah, the Dwarf is not skipping leg day. I mean, I have my own theories about what exactly launches the Dwarf, and we talked about that in detail. A lot of fart jokes involved. But that being said, he doesn't skip leg day. This man is at the gym all day, every day. 24/7, 365, and it's just like training legs. It's like, I gotta jump, I gotta jump. Don't know what to tell you. I'm short. Daddy gotta jump. Okay, so Epic Enter has been taken on level 16 now. It's actually kind of interesting because Epic Enter also allows the Epic Exit. So when a Nuburak is, for example, really threatened, then he can always epically exit the team fight. Doesn't have quite the same impact. That was a word show that wasn't even intended. No pun intended in this one, but hey, I'll take it. Wasn't too bad. I had worse. And backward now with the bot lane pressure. Yeah, level 16 on both sides. With that, we have again the Crippling Hammer on level 16. We're now getting the unfair advantage for Bambi. And Muradin getting stunned out again. 12 minutes in, we're only seen 5 kills, so the teams are being real cautious here. It's only a best of 3 series, so you really don't want to fall behind. Down to the bottom of the map, they're taking another camp real quickly. And there we go. Yeah, Maka too. I mean, Maka, he got his damage in, 27,000. Junkrat is there with 37. But he hasn't really been able to prep any insane kills. I mean, he participated in a few, don't get me wrong. But we haven't really seen that jump deep, tether, connecting a few targets and then pulling them into Stukov in his lurking arm. So that's something that we're definitely still waiting for. But it feels like the entire game is just one versus... You know, it's like... It always feels one team fight could flip the entire thing. It's so close. Blue team is slightly behind, but it's just one kill that you need, and then a Dragon Knight now that we're 13 minutes into the game, and you could really do some lasting damage. Maybe even take a keep down. And they are trying to collapse on them. Alright. Cleanse. I think he just cleansed out the cocoon, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, cleansed the cocoon, I think. We're gonna take another look at that in a second, but that denied any kill again, and they are now the ones that are attempting to move in for a quick hit. Falset is also there with the gust, saves Muradin. Good for him. Yeah. And they're poking all around that shrine that just popped up here. Still only 5 kills in this game, but there's the drag. That might be it. They are all stacked. They are all fucking stacked. Junkrat is dead, and they're taking everybody down. Yep, that's 4 heroes eliminated. Nicely done, and the birdie flies towards the top. I could show you the fight, but we're going to take another look at the cocoon. So yeah, have a look at Anubarak here. Because I think he actually went for it and it got cleansed out. So Noob moved in. Yep, and that was a short distance cleanse. Nicely done. Great job by Renella on his Rhaegar. If that cocoon hits, that could actually be a problem. They can coordinate the attack against Falstad and might have been able to take him down. So that was really short distance. He knew that was coming and had it ready, and then he reacted immediately. And that allowed them to set up for that big 4-man battle later, where they got the kills. And now they're getting an easy keep out of this. So, not bad. Good shit. And they are maybe even trying. Are they really trying to go for a game? Falstad is still dealing with the fort in the middle of the map. They are apparently trying to at least get some damage on it. But it's a 5 versus 5 and they don't have level 20 yet. And Falstad isn't here either. He's just now starting to move in. They need another minion wave. Oh my god, they can't stack up like this. The Thornwood Vines alone are just doing too much damage. 50,000 for Lunara. Same as for Junkrat. 6 kills to 3 now though. And the bot lane is wide open. Wide open at this point. So, yeah, by now, Siege Giants are of course up and can be taken again. Falstad with the level 1 has 84 stacks now. Dehaka, by the way, is not done yet. Dehaka isn't done with his level 9. So, yeah, still not completed. He's gonna get that advantage soon though, so that's a bit of a lead. Level 20 talents are now in, and they're trying to get the kill with it, and they do. Azerite is down, no counter kill on Morenas, and they're attempting to follow it up with a kill on Bakul, and Smexy missed the shove. No shove in this case, and boy, that might just be it. If they get another kill here, it very well could be. Nano P is just poking and poking and poking with Lunara. One hit after another, but now both of the teams have level 20. It's a double Siege Giant camp that is moving in bot lane though, and that will definitely help them with some extra damage. 30 seconds until Junkrat is back, and he's the only one that can poke from a distance. Muradin gets healed again. There's the Mighty Gust. The shield is removed. They're trying. They're going for it. They're trying to end the game, and it's looking good. Team Ash taking down Granit Gaming in the first map of this best of 3 series. Nicely done. Well played. Big victory for Granit.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Okay, so a couple of things changed. We have 2 more Spider Queen, map number 2 in the series. Team Ash is in the lead. But as you can see on the right side, Granit Gaming is now playing with their main tank. They're playing with Breeze. Wit was filling in for the first map, but now they got Breeze in the game and can therefore play with their full lineup. Now, I personally don't really know why Breeze was missing on the first map, but what I can tell you is that the tournament organizers, one of the things that they also did is they, on rather short notice, made a decision that they would start the tournament on Sunday at 5 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock. So I can totally see how some of the players, when weren't really informed, didn't know, didn't see it. And maybe that's the reason why Breeze is late and missed the first map, that when they told him and said like, hey, listen, dude, we are gotta play now, he was like, well, I can't. And then they had Wit sub in for map number 1. Could be some completely different reason, but just to get that out there. So either way, they're now playing with a full lineup. And of course for Team Ash, having that 1-0 lead is already kind of sexy. But they gotta see if they can lock that second victory in. And that would be great for them. Very annoying for Granit Gaming. Very annoying for them. But okay, we got the bans. We have Junkrat banned out. Tomb of Spider Queen, as I said, is the map. Could maybe even see a couple of mages here. Maka, for example, could play as Mephisto. So far hasn't been banned out yet. Tracer also wasn't played on the last map. Sylvanas wasn't played. There's a couple of heroes that we should probably see again here. And here we got it. Renella coming in with the Rhaegar first. He loves his Rhaegar. He's a dog person. You can tell. He hates cats, maybe, and he absolutely loves dogs. So yeah, there we go. Renella with his Rhaegar again. And let's go. Granit Gaming. Gotta come in with something. Breeze with an insta-Tyrael and Berghult with Yrel. Alright, that was quick. So Breeze is apparently sick and tired of his Tyrael being banned out over and over and over and over and over again. So he just said, okay, this time I'm gonna get the boy with the hoodie and we're gonna pick him before the third ban phase because they're likely going to try and eliminate him again. So, yeah. With that, we got Vala. Ooh, we have Vala. Double support or no double support? That's the question. Do you play multi-shot style or do you go into auto attack? That's the one thing that we gotta watch out for right now. Me likey. Big Vala fan, especially after her auto attack build becoming viable. But yeah, even before. Vala is always kind of awesome, but like these stacking quests are kind of fun to watch and observe. It's actually one of the cool things about some of the talents that we have, and especially with the auto attack for Vala, now that it is viable. It's pretty awesome when you see it, but most of the time it comes with a double support. That's why Uther is getting banned out now, because they decided that is just a little bit too much. And we have the... Like, Hammer gets banned and there's not even a German on the red team. Like, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, so... No Sergeant on this one. No tank. Except for Tyrael. But with a double pick, we need a support, we need some damage. And they go for Gul'dan. Gul'dan is getting played again, so we have him already with a wave clear. That also makes it very unlikely that Mark is playing as Mephisto. Makes it a lot more likely that he maybe jumps into something along the lines of a Tracer. So that could definitely happen here. But with the final double pick, we're gonna find out if there's a double support, yes or no. Leo first. And here's the important pick. What's it gonna be? 2 supports? Or are we gonna get 2 damage dealers? Cassia, we got the second damage dealer. Now, Nenopy could still go into the stacking on level 1 into an auto attack style, but it wouldn't be that high by carry situation anymore where you really need to stay alive. They have now a second damage source, so that definitely accounts for something. And yeah, we'll see how much they can do with this. But definitely something to watch out for. Nenopy either auto shot, multi-shot build, auto attacks. Marke going for Bambi. So we're getting Lunara now. And that leads us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, everybody. Game number 2 in the best of 3 series. So let's check it out. Team Ash against Granit Gaming. Mitra and Leoric in game number 2. Team Ash with Nenopy playing Vala, Farlander on Cassia, Murenas on Anubarak, and Renella on Rhaegar. On the right side of the map, Smexy is playing Deckard Cain. Support for Granit Gaming. We have Berghult on Yrel, Breeze with Tyrael. Azerite, yeah, look at him. He's going into the pursuit of flame. Fell flames galore. With Macke on Lunara. Stacking for Farlander as he goes into Thunderstroke. And Nenopy still has to make his choice. So that's something that we gotta double check now too. And Vala not making a choice yet is interesting. Now, both would work well for... Okay, it's multi-shot. Makes a lot of sense. You get the wave clear. Auto attack would have been also okay if you just accept that you're going to eventually lose those gambit stacks on your level 1. But yeah, either way. So, let me see what we're gonna get. Not too much. Renella and his obsession with dogs. Now, I gotta admit that you're not necessarily only a dog or a cat person. When I was a kid, we had dogs and cats that got along pretty well. But I would say generally I'm probably more of a dog person. But there's also people that just absolutely are obsessed with their pets. It feels like these days, that's something that I especially realized when I lived in Los Angeles. a lot of people use pets and especially dogs as a replacement for kids, for having children. It's insane. They're getting like driven around in strollers, they get like little pantsuits and shit like that. They come in and have glasses for the dogs, and it's just absolute insanity. I mean, we all heard about crazy cat lady, but that stuff is something that freaked me the hell out every single time. Now, there's nothing wrong that you actually like drive your dog around in one of these strollers if the animal has like something wrong, you know, if there's an injury with a leg or whatnot. But a lot of people really seem to think that they can just like get a dog as a replacement for a kid and treat it the exact same way. Freaks me the fuck out. Like, if I'm not quite sure if you guys have ever seen that, but it is so omnipresent, at least over there. I was just like, whoo, what the hell is wrong with you people? So if you wanna have a kid, get a kid. But yeah, either way, we got. By the way, also dogs start at knee height. Just so we get this out there, everything else is not a dog. That's a rat in disguise, okay? That's one of those little barking thingies, but that's not a real dog. Real dogs start at knee height. And while we're talking about dogs, this one just died. So Rega is down. He's eliminated. And, well, that's also the first blood in the game. Feels a little bit sad, but it makes total sense to me that Granit Gaming, they are cat people, apparently. Now, we got the shielding potion for the God Kane. Nano P is at 11 stacks on his level 1. We also have a bit of stacking going on, of course, for Cassia, who's at 10 herself. 22 for Gul'dan, and Azerite is trying to get a few more up here at the top, but he is all of a sudden the target of all the attention and is likely gonna die. They might get the kill on Cassia, but they're turning it on Smexy, and that's a double kill. That is... yeah, well, they lost one too. But it's still a 2-for-1 trade, so good for them. And if they can get Muck... yeah, Breeze. He had a word to put in here and was like, nope, I still got my shield, so that's not happening. Either way, 2 kills to 2. They already took a couple of gems away from them. 11 were turned in. And now we have a chance to take some of the structures down. So it's not bad for Team Ash. That's actually a pretty solid start here. They're moving in with some serious damage on the top wall. Open up an opportunity to drop the fort once they have their own web beavers in play. And of course are stacking for Cassia, which is going to be really important for the late game too. So yeah, I like it. At the bottom of the map, the Siege Giants are now finally taken. It's actually a bit late for a Siege Giant pick, but Farlander is already on it. Yeah. Dancing around this. Nobody is checking that yet either. And Vala with a hot pursuit now on level 7, the earlier talent for the blue team. Breeze, of course, by now has gone again into the Purge Evil here on level 7. And they're playing with... His mobility on this hero is just absolutely bonkers. I mean, there's a reason that every time that Breeze is playing, people ban Tyrael against him. Usually on the 3rd ban position, which allowed Granit Gaming to sneak him in the first double rotation. But yeah, he is just incredible on this hero. Just a fantastic tank player in general. So right now, Vala is in trouble. And she's not the only one. Farlander is receiving a lot of damage here. The blind came out towards the end and saved the day for our girl. 19 stacks for her right now, but you can tell that the team has some problems dealing with that bruiser cam and the push that comes with it. Yeah, Nubarak diving in but missing the target. Cockroach on the move here. And well, as it stands, what else are we getting? Smexy, Macke, everybody's still down at the bottom of the map, moving between the mid and the bot lane. The series is pretty cool, I gotta say. In both of the games, we had a continuous back and forth, and not just one team dominating right from the start. With Breeze in the mix, I would definitely expect Granit Gaming to do a little bit better. Nothing against Wit, but first of all, I think it's undeniable that Breeze is just the better tank. And second of all, they played more with him. Wit obviously did a great job there in the first map. But it's always beneficial if you can play with the one player, you know, that you started the entire team with. They got a kill on Vala, and that's actually a lot of momentum now for Granit Gaming, because they have opened the mid wall up too. I talked a bit earlier about Team Ash opening the one at the top, but that allows them to go straight up for the fort, and since they are now with a numbers advantage pushing, they don't even have to deal with all of the AoE that comes from Vala. And they have a half level lead as well. So they can push the bot lane, they can push the top lane a little bit more. And this is looking real good. Yeah, I like that a lot. And Mai tries to be very careful at the bot lane, because if he dies, He might actually die now. That's 30 gems. That's a disaster. There's level 10 and there's the gems gone. Yeah, that's a nightmare. They had level 10 just in time. He needed to back off way sooner than that. Once that he realized that level 10 would come up soon, that is the moment where you just get the hell out of there. But instead, we now have 2 kills, 2-4 in favor of Granit Gaming, and with them taking down Leoric, they are of course now in a spot where they just lost 30 gems. A blue team. So they still have a turn-in available, but while they have their first turn-in coming in, the red team has potential second one coming up. And they took every single fort down. Doesn't get better than that if you are getting a web weaver. 3 forts destroyed right away. I mean, damn. 18,000 damage for Vala, 22 for Gul'dan. Yeah, and Marke, he already wants to turn in. Zoning also Morenas out a bit more. They have 43 gems that they're still holding. A lot of them are either on Breeze or Backward. If both of them can turn in, and Azurai too, this might just be another turn in. If they get a second turn in a row now, oh boy, can you imagine? They might just be able to take a keep down if this continues. And they just delivered 50 gems. Here's the turn in. At least a few got delivered, but the Renella still needs to turn his in. And even that's not going to be enough. There's the Cocoon on Breeze. Stay a while and get wrecked. The Horrify and the Nubarak get saved by Renella. Sanctification coming through from Breeze, and Renella again on the receiving end of an ass kicking. So, yep, that's another kill on the support. He's down 5v4, and the blue team is being chased away from the turn-in point, as the 6 gems that we now have for Granit Gaming allow them to go for another turn-in. Breeze is already delivering 2, and then soon TM we're gonna get the rest delivered, which will result in a web weaver wave for Granit Gaming. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now we get 30 stacks also for Cassia. It's nothing crazy. 8 minutes in, a lot of players, depending on the map and how many brawls you're participating in, we look at roughly 40. So 30 isn't horrible, but it's not like he's doing such an insane job that the late game is going to become a big problem for Granit Gaming. Could of course always happen. We've seen multiple games on Tomb of the Spider Queen that went to the 30-minute mark or even beyond that. But given the fact that all of the forts are already destroyed on the blue team side, it's a little bit unlikely. Vala with 37 now. Okay. Lunara is dead. That was a great kill. The follow-up on the Entomb. Initially she jumped out but jumped back in, and it didn't confuse them enough to not capitalize on that. There's a big web weaver wave at the top with additionally a few minions on those waves, so Leo has to take care of it. Someone definitely does. They have a level 13 talent advantage over the blue team too, so that's another added benefit. 5 kills to 3, and they're just trying their best to make sure that the keep does not get destroyed. And so far, it's working out for them. That kill against Lunara was worth a lot. They have their own level 13 now. They are still a level behind, but they're doing great work here, keeping everything still up. So that second turn-in, not all that good. The crazy thing is, though, even with 2 turn-ins, taking all 3 forts down is still pretty good. They managed it with the first, and then the second one wasn't all that great, but still. They pushed the lanes out. Boss, sneaky move by Granit Gaming, trying to come in and make a play there, but this time they had their number and immediately said, well boys, if you want to fight for the boss, we're more than happy to do that because you are ahead, and if you screw that fight up, then we might just get a ticket back into this one. So, yeah. And there we go. 26,000. Ah! The bathroom misses. The janitor is coming in. Drops the bathroom there. By the way, like, why does the janitor drop a bathroom? Like, that's also something that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions here. Nubarak is dead. Tyrael moved in, and that timing could not be worse. Just as the web beavers are finally touching ground, the main tank is missing. It's 18 seconds. Now they can of course play around it with the 4 heroes they have, but there's the Horrify, and Leo, he's dead. Activates his trait. Leo eliminated, and now they're down to 3 heroes on the map. The defense should be easy. They're taking the web beaver at the bottom. Oh my god, this one has to run a marathon until it finally arrives at the fort wall. at the top as a right. He has 140,000 siege damage right now. She's absolutely brutalizing this. If you compare the siege damage, it's very, very clear that Gul'dan is just absolutely crushing it. Now, the siege damage is a little bit more spread out for Team Ash, but still quite important. What an ancestral attempt. A bit shut down here, but still saving Cassia, so they can't continue the fight. But if Cassia survives, then that's already half the battle. So, I guess job well done. Yeah, that worked well. 16 talents are available for Granit Gaming though, so they are still in the driver's seat. But at least the first fort of the game on the right side is getting destroyed, as this one gets crushed. Leo missing, but he'll be back soon. It's of course a big advantage for him as well. But they're still 1.5 levels behind. They have a turn-in. They got 50 stacks on Cassia now, 49 on Vala. But it's really difficult, as you can tell, for them to do anything here. And I'm not sure how long they can last. They need their level 16. First and foremost, get level 16 and then try to capitalize on those power spikes. Maybe with that they have a chance, but they're having such a tough time to turn those gems in. So yeah, it's really a problem. They delivered a few though, so it's not completely pointless what they're doing. They delivered a couple of gems. But they need to wait for 16. And Leo, alright. He makes it out. They're still getting pushed back. Yeah. Get 16 and then try to fight. It's pretty much the only way how they can make a comeback. Well, that's not quite fair. So, yes, get 16, turn in or fight. I mean, either way, they need to get few kills. So the blue web weavers are now descending. Keep the team alive, tap the fountain, whatever you gotta do. And then really try and bring the pain now with that turn in. At least take the 2 forts down. Try and see if you can get some kills in. And then close the experience gap, at least a little bit, because now they're 2 levels behind, and that's too much of a problem, considering that level 20 is going to be the next one. So 37,000 for Vala. Solid siege clear for her too. Yep. There we now go, in the middle. Seems like they're concentrating most of their efforts there. And that entomb, it's just a little bit... I don't know, like, he is too risky on these entombs. It's a short cooldown, and he probably is going to have another one before this battle ends, but still, that one was very optimistic. Great cleanse by Renella. Horrify immediately denied. That was... Renella had some insane moments in game number 1 and some really good ones in game number 2 now as well. So the cleanse on the cocoon in the first game was fantastic, and now he did the same with the Horrify. That could have been a kill for Granit Gaming, so well done. Fort at the top has indeed fallen. And yep, that's at least some damage. Bot lane is still pressuring. And at least Cassia is moving back out. So there's that. Now then again, level 20 is getting closer and closer and closer. We got the ramp and Hellfire in. Enough gems for Granit Gaming to get a turn in, by the way. So they are the ones threatening this once again. And Team Ash, it feels like the entire game they're just barely holding on. They're barely holding on and not falling apart here. A little bit like a high-functioning alcoholic or something. So, yeah, one wrong play, one wrong move, and this entire thing is going to tip. At this point, it's there is a lot of stress involved here. Morenas, he's trying to see if maybe at the front he can somewhere set a stun up that would allow the team to get a kill. They could follow up on it. The 16 talents are of course nice now with Manticore. We also got Epic Enter. We got the Static Electricity this time for Cassia. And the boss is still up. Hasn't been taken a single time this game. But there's level 20 and that's the big lead. That's the big advantage. Storm talents are in. The old man with the Respect the Elderly is telling even more stories that nobody wants to hear. Defense of the Angels, we got Seraphim, we got the Haunt, and now they are going to look for the completion of the turn-in. Berghult is delivering and cannot be interrupted in time. They try for Breeze and even that isn't working out. Reign of Vengeance was a bit too late. Boss gets attacked at the top. They don't even have to take this. They can just force the fight here or get the Web Weavers a bit more time. So yep, they're forcing the battle, they're forcing the fight, and Tomb hits the cocooned Gul'dan. Now they're falling fully apart here. They're not coordinating this well enough. Breeze with the Sanctification, I could argue that was not necessarily needed either. But they're just heavily pressuring them now. Forcing them back, taking down Leoric. Yep, Urel pancaking him in. Hooves first, jumping in right away. And so far, so good for Granit Gaming. They want to come back, they want to force game number 3, and things are looking good for them. Moving on to the top lane now. Webweaver's in the middle with a double wave of minions. So that is most likely going to be the end of the keep in the mid lane. But up at the top, it doesn't look much better either. The Webweavers are still at 50% HP. And they should be able to take this one easily. Especially, of course, with Lunara now also starting to poke it out. Gul'dan, just one Fell Flame hit after another. 76 stacks for Cassia. Great for her. Leo turns into Leorki as he dies again, and then he just survives. Yep. But, again, Smexy zoning them a little bit. Zoning ult from him. There's the Cocoon. Oh, that was actually good Entomb. That was a great Entomb. Completely blocking him off and getting the kill on the old man. That was well done. Gul'dan saving Bambi. And that's why you take walls down. Did you see that? That's why you take walls down. He could have jumped on her and gotten a bite, but he didn't. Instead, they're taking Gul'dan down. 2 keeps have fallen. The one at the bot lane gets attacked. And they pretty much need to go for the boss and end with it. They are in a horrible place. Team Ashe, they're in such a bad place and they know it. Breeze is forced to use his Sanctification again. Urel is pressuring the bottom by taking the camp, so she wants to make sure that there's pressure on the core that forces them to retreat. Level 20 isn't there yet. Breeze does not have Holy Ground, if I'm not mistaken. No, Sword of Justice and Burning Halo, so they can take the boss. There was no chance for him to sneak this away and try for a steal. So bottom keep likely gonna fall. But at this point, I don't even know why they're defending. I really think what they have to do... I mean, they're playing the long game now. I was for a second really thinking that the best play for them would be... Ah, they got a turn in. Alright, okay, that changes things a little bit. I was really thinking that their only shot is to try and go through the top lane, take the keep down and go for core. As unlikely as that is, it felt like the only real solution. But now they have pressured the lanes out pretty significantly. And if they now get the turn in, then those Webweavers are going to spawn in the middle of the map roughly. And they're also getting the siege stance at the bottom. So that's actually not bad. With a turn in opportunity, that is not too shabby. They now have Farfly Quiver together with Manticore, which is a fantastic combo. They got the Buried Alive, and we also have them with the Infinite Lightning and even the Farseer's Blessing. So things are okay here. They have a shot. Now they need to do it more or less with this turn in, or at least do enough damage so that they can continue from here. But that is not a bad play at all. They forced the defense at the top, which gave them a lot of wiggle room in the middle at the bottom. And now they can start their comeback. Yeah. Fort is down instantly. Gul'dan is dealing with the top down here. They are already with Siege Giants and Webweavers trying to take this out. And Cassia, she's at 137,000 siege damage. Top siege for her team. Obviously trailing far behind Gul'dan, who's now busy in the middle, trying to obliterate this. But that's a potential keep that they're getting here. It's all about the team fight, though. Who wins the team fight? Is Leo landing his Buried Alive? That would be big. Land the Buried Alive, follow up on it. They have to force something. I don't think that one keep is enough for them. But seems like they're okay with it. I guess they want to have the camp. Leo, if Breeze jumps in... Yes, there it is. They're getting him. They're getting Gul'dan, the ult on Deckard Cain, Sanctification, everything had to be used here. They baited in a little bit. Farseer's Blessing, it's not enough, or is it? Maybe it is. No, Urel is dead, but so is Cassia. Gul'dan is down too, but Bambi is still crushing them with one hit after another. That's 3 heroes down. Rega died last, and now they make a play for Nenopi. Oh boy, 13 kills to 7. And I guess that is it. Or is it? Because what can they do? Can they really go for core? I mean, they can try with the catapults at the top, I suppose. Only Leo for the defense. Yeah, I think they're going to escort the catapults in. There's nobody else here. 27 seconds for Cassia. That seems like the opportunity. It was a pretty intense fight, honestly. I mean, that one was really intense, so that could have gone either way. At least it looked like that for a second. Leo is dealing with the catapults, as he should, but now the core is falling. And once the Tyrael explodes, he does another 5% damage. Don't forget about that. It's really Maka that they gotta deal with. But he repositions very easily here. And yeah, I don't think they can save this. There's the attack again, Leo. The rest of the team is coming in. They might just be able to pull this off after all. They need to take Reese down though. Gul'dan, well, he's not here yet, neither is Yrel, but they're getting the kill on Deckard Cain, and now they go for Breeze. He has the Sanctification, but he's not gonna make it. So Breeze is dead, 41% on the core. Yeah, and what do you do now? Where's the boss? 1 minute 14, that doesn't help them. Turn in, they don't have one. Do they just try and go to the bot lane and end there? A 2-0 after this game for Team Ash, can you imagine that? That would be bananas. There's nobody pressuring the top lane right now. They go, oh boy, oh shit. Oh shit. They done goof, boys. They might have just lost the game. They just fucked up. Now all of a sudden we have to play for the core. Only 2 defenders. He has the opportunity to end the game, and they get the hit on Gul'dan. Beautiful play here with the Entomb exactly when they needed it. Maka, the sole survivor, but I think they're gonna finish this. There is Tyrael, he comes in, so does Deckard Cain. He wants to go for the ult, but that is game. Team Ash moves on to the next round with a 2-0 over Granit Gaming. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.